all the coffee outlaws hang out. This is where we hang out and talk about really cool stuff. And then we go with our day. We start going on. The coffee break show is always in the morning. If you're new here, welcome. Put your name down below so I know you're here and I can talk to you and have some fun with that. And also, if you're watching the replay right now, do me a favor and put a hashtag replay in there. If you're new and you're watching live on YouTube, welcome. We've just gone live on YouTube using multi-streaming. So do me a favor, push that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and you are welcome right now on the Smart Life Club. We have so much going right now. We're going to have so much fun today. It's Friday. Now, I have this idea that it should be Friday, coffee, and pie day because we have hit the season where pies of the sweet potato and the pumpkin and the pecan and everything else starts coming out because, you know, it's the holiday season and there's always some sort of goodies and a lot of them are pie. And I want to let you know, I have a confession to make. This morning, there was a pumpkin pie in my refrigerator. So not only did the outlaw have coffee, she had a piece of Friday pie day. See, doesn't that rhyme? Look, I mean, look at it. It should make sense. You'd be like, hi, Friday is pie day. It should be Friday coffee and pie day on the Smart Life Club. You know, pumpkin is your favorite pie, said Karen, and that's really good. I think the pie that is being served is my favorite. If it's like, you know, if there's a piece of a cream pie, I like it. If it's a fruit pie, I like it. I like it most any kind of dessert that Robin makes because, wow, she's really great at that. And so I think, you know, one of these times we should meet and have a live where we're all live in a room and have some Friday pie day. And so here's to my coffee outlaws. Welcome aboard. You know, I want to ask you a question. What do you think this new year is going to be like for you? This new year coming up. I mean, do you have some thoughts, some ideas? I see some of you hanging on. Would you do me a favor and put your name in and say hello and put your name down below or over here on the side, depending on whether you're with you know, with Facebook or YouTube or wherever you are live. You know, go ahead and put your name in there. Glad to see you aboard. And that way I know who's coming on. I see you in the audience. I see all of it going on. And we have 4 places that we're streaming from today. 4 places that we're streaming from. And in order for me to know where you are, if you're like, hey, good morning, Lori, how's my neighbor? Hey, Lori, really liked your post. I shared it this morning because that mindset thing is everything. I really like it. Thank you for being here. So since we're going to be multi-streaming from now on, we are going to be growing at a faster pace. And I'm asking you, what are your wants for 2020? What are the things you're working for? What are the things, like I have so many things planned. I've started already. Suzanne, you are my favorite coffee outlaw. I'm telling you, girlfriend, you're the reason why. So glad you're here. Marie Jo, good morning. There's another coffee outlaw that's out there today. Thanks for being here. It's so nice to see you guys on board. You know, this morning, okay, I have to admit, Robin made 2 pumpkin pies. Why, I don't know, because, well, I'm going to eat them and they're going to be delicious. But I had pie and coffee this morning, so I'm now coffee buzzed and a little sugar buzz. But it is so delicious. Karen says 2020 is going to be my most successful year ever. Yes, that is correct. It is. That is not Pollyanna. Say it every year. That is hashtag truth. That's right. It's going to be a significant year. So, you know, we love coffee outlaws. Thank you, Karen. I love being coffee outlaws. Listen, I see you all coming on. Please put your name down below wherever you are. If you're on YouTube, put your name down there. Hit the like button for me. That'll help me out. And subscribe as well. Welcome to being aboard. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, good morning. Good morning, everyone. So nice to see you. Hey, it's Robert. And he's here on Friday. Robert, I thought of you this morning. I decided to name Fridays it should be Friday Coffee and Pie Day because, well, it's the season where you have pumpkin pie and a lot of friends over. So it's great to see you. Somebody said good morning and they put a sun right there. I don't know if you are, put your name there, because if you look above you, you'll see it says StreamYard. And if you tap that, it'll help them give permission so I can see your name. 2020 is going to be a super year. Yes, yes, it is. There is something about 2020 that is happening, and I want to talk today about it because a lot of people are like, ooh, this is going to happen and it's scary. But maybe not. Maybe it's an opportunity. Maybe it's a way to think about it differently. And we've been talking about AI, and we've been talking about automation. And when you have AI and automation working for you, putting out those intentions, woohoo, there's a Facebook user who's typing something there. It says Facebook user to me until you give me permission to see your name. And I'm hoping somebody will type the name there for me of the Facebook user who putting out those intentions. Yes, put out those intentions right now. And so what happens is with AI and automation, these things can help you create wealth faster than any time before, or they can destroy your income stream. The key thing, good morning, everybody coming on. Thank you so much. The key thing is how you use it. So in 2020, we have some new things that we can use. We have AI, which is good. We also have blockchain, which is outstanding. And some of these things that are going to be transforming, excuse me, the coffee show host needs a drink of coffee. Please stand by. Okay, I'm back now. Thanks. So I want to be able to express to you the opportunities that are there to automate income. What does that mean to automate income? It means you have to set it up. First, you have to set it up and you have to learn how to use it, which is a big part of it. But after that, the automation begins to work for you. And automation is here to stay. It's like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is here to stay. And slowly, over a period of time, these things are going to become the new reality. And from 2020, which is the start of this decade, to 2030, there's going to be more change in this decade than there was in the last 150. And right now, you are at an advantage. Good morning, Jane. Nice to see you on board. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Suzanne says, this is a year I stay organized, have smart boundaries, and follow my divine decisions. It is my year to be number one. That's right. It is, girlfriend. We're going to have a good year. Thank you. I'm enjoying my coffee with you all. I don't know who that Facebook user is, but wow, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. Automation is magic. You're right. Automation is magic. The next year, we will have clarity, clear vision in 2020. What to do as what you do is on grows. What you focus on grows. So here's the thing. One of the things that is so important for you to look at right now is, do you remember, and if you don't, it's because you weren't born yet. But back in the day when Noah got off the boat, Microsoft was in the garage. And everybody in the garage was working their butt off, and so was Apple, right? So these companies were at that stage, and they took advantage of a revolution, and that was the beginning of the technology revolution. Actually, these guys actually pushed that revolution out forward. That's what today is like right now. That's the opportunity of today. The opportunity of today is to understand automation and AI and blockchain and how it's going to be the future. It's going to unfold as the future. But you can be at the beginning of one of the biggest waves that is going up, big wave that is going up. And it's going to surround a couple of themes. And the themes are, people are very tired of the level of pollution on the planet. And there is something called extractive economics. And the extractive economics is how we take something out of the ground, shape it into something else, and then sell it. So for instance, we take trees out of the ground, we build a house, and then we sell the house. That's the extractive economy. There's something now coming up called the regenerative economy, which is taking the dirt and filth and ugly stuff out of the water, cleaning the planet, saving the planet right there, and making money from it. The regenerative economy is starting right now. And 2020 to 2030, it is going to be full on the biggest economy, because people are aware that the planet doesn't matter what side of the climate change thing you're on. It doesn't matter. It's like the room is so dirty, it's time to clean it before we continue killing off our fish and killing off our birds and killing off this and killing off that, because the earth is too unclean. So now people are taking all of this trash, all of this, and they're making it something else. In fact, Coca-Cola, for the first time ever, came out with their sodas that are made from plastic that has been refurbished. And so what happens is, in the regenerative economy, we're not trying to yank stuff out of the earth and then have stuff made from it. We're trying to create profits by cleaning and saving the planet. That will be regenerative economy. That's going to be the biggest voice. There is going to be people who are spending money solely because you are selling products that are non-toxic, recycled plastics. They have absolutely benefits to the human body, to the human mind. They are going to be the future. Why is that? Well, one of the reasons we have so many diseases right now is because the planet is so toxic. And so what's going to happen is, we've got hemp products coming out, and hemp is this magic plant, and it does a plethora of great things. It does so many good things for your body, so many good things for your health, so much good for you all at once. And what's happening right now is that these forces, these time systems, that's going to be where money is going to be made. People are going to remove themselves from the toxicity forms of doing business to the non-toxic forms of business. There's going to be a switch in how we create clothing. And all of these businesses either have to transform or die. That's really what's going to happen. And so hang on. It is my year to significantly grow my financial freedom and focus on family. Yes, that is great. That's Lori. It's my year to significantly grow my financial freedom and focus on my family. Thank you. Karen says, today we are on the cusp of a revolution, AI, automation, regenerative economy. Are you in or out? Yes. Create profits by cleaning and saving the planet. Create profits by saving the planet. That's going to be the future. That's it. The investment world, there's going to be a lot of investors that are investing in green technologies. I mean, it's happening already. And so for you, what is it that you can do right now to begin to grow your wealth, grow your business, or look at it? Well, the first thing is, here it is. We're ending 2019. It's the end of a decade. We're going into this new, powerful decade. This next decade is going to be a rock'em sock'em decade from 2020 to 2030. And I don't care what age you are right now, whether you're, 20 going on 30, or 45 going on 55, or, 80 going on 90, whatever it is for you, the next 10 years can be some of the most profitable years you have ever had in your life, if you go ahead and learn about these new technologies and implement them. Because I will tell you what's going to happen. Automation is going to come in, and it's going to remove all the task-oriented jobs, all the task-oriented stuff you can't even think of right now. It's going to come in. There's going to be an app or something in there that is going to replace the worker. Then the next thing that's going to happen is entrepreneurialism is going to not need as many workers, because the entrepreneur who owns the factory is putting in all this software stuff that's coming in so he can keep up and lower cost, etc. And he can go from a staff of 50 down to a staff of 5 to run the same plant that he's been running. That's just the nature of it. So the benefit of this kind of automation, the benefit of AI is going to come to the person who's the entrepreneur. And so instead of, like I told you last week, I write books for a living. And right now there's AI that can write books for me. So what do I need to do as an author? What I need to do as an author is look at the AI and see how it turns a book, my book or a book, into a solid book. How does that work? Then the next thing is I have to stop being an author and become the publisher. I need to become a publisher. If I can produce books faster, like if I say, here's the outline of my book, and I can talk my book and the automation does everything for me, makes the book, loads it on to KDP and all the other places that I have to do, does the marketing for us and creates distribution channels. My job is to not just hang on to the, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I write books and that's my love. It's my passion. It's my purpose. I write books. It's not my passion and purpose, but I do enjoy writing books now. My job is to learn how the automation can do that with me, for me, and move faster, greater, and have more assets out there, digital assets working for me. That's what my job is. And that's also going to be what your job is. You guys are just rocking with the questions right now. Wow. Hang on statements. Facebook, it just makes sense to do this. We have no more room for trash. Yes. It makes sense to be a part of the regenerative economy. I will tell you this. If you are a polluter, if your company is a polluter, if your products are a polluter, you're going down. You are going down because the consumer mindset no longer wants to hang out with polluters and do business with it. There are multiple new ways that people can go ahead and create wealth without extracting from the outside world to make something with. And so if you make something green, you make something holistic, you make something organic, you have great shots right now. This is a great time for you to be around. It just makes sense to do that. And I know you will do it, Lori. Thank you. That hashtag true. Thank you. Future is about purging all toxicity from society. Ooh, that should be a bumper sticker. That is a very interesting statement. And it says Facebook user. Karen, can you give me a name of the person who put that in? It's at 10:14 a.m. It says the future is about purging all toxicity from society. That is a powerful statement, and you're absolutely right. It is all of consciousness cleaning itself up. That was beautiful. Thank you for that. Karen says, is your job going to be eliminated by AR and automation within the next 10 years? You got to know now, because 40% of the jobs are going to be. Now, that's not 40% starting from zero. We've already lost a huge percent of jobs to automation. And some were created, but a huge percent of jobs have begun. And now it's the next wave of jobs that are going to be eliminated. So let's see. Oh, that leads to other ideas besides plastic and chemicals. Yes, it does. Amen. Suzanne says, yes, profitability is a must. When we grow, profitability happens rather we like it or not. Yes, profitability isn't just about dollars. It's also growing, changing, and becoming a better you and a better me. Yes. Oh God, that was so good. I got to read it again. Profitability is a must. When we grow, profitability happens whether we like it or not. Profitability isn't just about money. It's also growing, changing, and becoming a better you and a better me. All right. Oh, I should have known it was you. Good morning, Sterling. Mwah! Love seeing you. That just made my day, my friend, seeing your name pop up. Thank you. That's truly amazing, said Marie Jo. I'm so excited about that. So Vicky, talk about AI and content creation. Hashtag heaven. Yes. You know, that it's an interesting thing right now because there is a statement that Byron Katie makes. Byron Katie is the best-selling author of Loving What Is. And if you haven't read it, read it. It's a phenomenal book. And in her book, she says, there are no new thoughts. There are no new thoughts. Every single thought has already been there. It's already out there. There's just not a new thought. And I kept thinking, that's true. So what makes something original? Well, it's like if you look at the world, there's no new kinds of meat. I know plant-based meat, they think, well, it's new, it's meat, but there's no new animal meat. We essentially have red meat and white meat, and it comes in a variety of animals. We're like, here's cow and lamb and beef and pork and whatever it is, there's no new meat. But what is new is how you cook it and the spices you use and the flavors you use. Is it baked, broiled, barbecued? It's all that kind of thing. Your thoughts are the same way. There are no new thoughts. There's nothing new. So when you write a book, you're not necessarily writing on a topic that somebody can't already Google and find the answer to. There's always some sort of answer on Google. You can type it in, poof, that comes in. But what makes a bestseller? What makes something original? It's your spices. It's your flavor of the conversation. It is how you would talk about the conversation. That one aspect, that's your gift. The gift is the flavor or spices you're going to put on or in your content. And when you're working with AI, you have to be careful that you don't lose your human element, your voice, what your spices and your flavor is. Because what I imagine AI does is it goes out on the internet and gathers all the data and puts it in there. And it could be a complete book, but it doesn't have any of your flavors or spices. So when you work with AI, you have to remember that you have a recipe in you. You have a recipe for how you deal with people or your sense of humor and the timing of that humor. That's the recipe of you. And when you get to the point where you devalue your recipe, you devalue you. But when you get to the point where you value your recipe and other people's recipes, then the conversation of how you're going to cook it. Is it a Korean recipe or a Mexican recipe or a French recipe? Well, we can look at it and we can say, is it Sterling's recipe or Suzanne's recipe or Marie Jo's recipe or Karen's recipe? Whatever that original piece is for you, you don't want to lose that because that's what AI doesn't have. That's the thing that you bring to the table. That's the thing that is innately your originality, your recipe book, your individuality, your sense of creativity. And you cannot lose that. And let me tell you, wherever creativity comes from, there's more where that came from. Because creativity comes from the field of what I call the field of possibility. And the field of possibility just exists, period. It's just like air. And the field of possibility has so many possibilities. You can't even think through all of them. There's so many possibilities. And even with the tools that we have on earth right now, there's so much money, there's so much opportunity, there's so much mindfulness. There is a time in history for greatness. And this next 10 years is it. And everything is lining up right now, lining up. We're ending 2019. Everything is lining up for transformation to happen. You will either participate in that transformation or get crushed by it. So it's like dissolve and wake up and or die. That's really the choices here. We're getting to the point where the time in history is so important. The time in history right now, this next decade, you want to make it your decade. Let's not make New Year's resolutions. Let's make decade resolutions. What do you want? So if you say, I want at least 3 or 4 passive good income streams, Right now, automation makes passive income so easy and so possible for you that, let's say it takes you 2 years to set everything up and get it right because you're working part-time and you got a big family. Well, that leaves you 8 years to profit from what it is you're doing right now. And right now, what you want to have is passive income sources. So the reason I write books is because I love royalties. Royalties are very nice. And there are ways right now that you don't even have to share your royalties anymore. You can sell books and keep 100% of your money. And you can sell books based on the amount of popularity of your recipe. Because people can find answers, but they can't necessarily find your answers. And you could have the best answers. So I want to go back over here. I hope that answered your question. Talking about AI and content creation, that's #heaven. Exactly right. That's where, oops, you guys are really, wow. You guys, I'm so sorry. I have to do that. I do want to say happy birthday to Robert Laws. I don't know if he's on right now or not. But Robert Laws is a Smart Life Club member he shares every single morning. He puts uplifting posts that makes the day start and everybody likes them. And dude, I want to just say happy birthday to you. And thank you for being here. Byron Katie, loving what is. Thank you. Byron Katie, correct. The quote came from me, Amy Bartha, not sure why you can't see me. Amy Bartha, thank you for that quote. Thank you for that. That was such an empowering statement. It should be a bumper sticker. I'm not kidding. Welcome. You have to give Facebook permission to integrate StreamYard. There's no new thing under the sun. Ecclesiastes 1-9. Thank you. Yes, there's no new things. But what's interesting is your flavor, your spices of you that you put on those new things. And that's the joy of creativity, isn't it? Being able to meet you and go, wow, look at that. Amy, see the link above the video. That link gives StreamYard permission to show your name. Good evening, family. I'm hoping that's Sangar over there. Sterling, Nana's on. Hi, Nana. Hi, Sterling. Hi, Paige. Hi, everybody. Let's see. And Peggy. And good evening. Hi, Ami. Aman. Look longer term. Hey, Robin, nice to see you on. Hi, Suzanne. Happy to have you here. Passive income creates inner peace. Ooh, that's true. I want to talk about that. Thank you, Robin. Passive income creates inner peace. Yes, it does. It does. I love making decisions based on my soul and not my mind going, can we afford that? Can we afford that? Well, it's just like, do we want to do that? Yes or no? That's just simply it. I love that. Yes. Keep rocking, Vic. Keep talking. Talk soon. Thank you very much. So what I want to say to you today is it's Friday. And right now, I would like to thank Robin Helm because Friday became Coffee and Pie Day. And I just wanted to say that pumpkin pie is delicious. And being with you guys is equally as delicious. And I just want to say this. Don't let this decade pass you by. This is going to be the decade of transformation. From 2020 to 2030 will be the greatest transformations on the planet. You will want to be part of the automation AI piece of it and be more entrepreneurial. The world is going to be moving into this no matter what. And you can ride the wave or battle the wave. And I would say riding the wave is going to be more profitable, more fun, with more opportunities. What they're saying essentially is that they're waiting for someone or something else to give them permission to be creative. But permission to be creative only needs to come from one person, you. That's right. If you're inspired to be creative, it doesn't matter what product you sell, what your boss is like, or how big your budget is. Amen. Hey, Brandon, nice to see you on. Great to see you on today. You can never go wrong with pie. That's really true. You can't. So on this Friday, I want you to celebrate your weekend, but sometime this weekend, spend a little time with you and ask yourself, if you could build anything you want, and have momentum by your side and technology growing by your side, and you had a better chance in this next 10 years to knock it out of the park, what would you want to knock out of the park? What bases would you want to load? What are the things you want to do? This next 10 years is going to be fundamentally earth-changing, the whole globe. So what I want to say is, I'll see you guys on Monday, and it's going to be 9 o'clock on the West Coast, 10 o'clock Mountain Time, and it's going to be noon o'clock on the East Coast. Don't let this time pass you by. This is a sacred place in history that very few civilizations have ever got the opportunity to be in, and you're here. And it's a blessing. It's something to be grateful for. It's something to take advantage of. Don't let it pass you by. I'll see you guys on Monday. Mwah! Peace out. Bye.